Where does Asha Bhosle rub shoulders with Egyptian actor Noor El Sharif and Hollywood names like Eva Longoria and Emily Blunt at the Dubai International Film Festival, of course. I'm Anupama Chopra coming to you from Dubai. It's dazzling, it's opulent, and it's even more glamorous in December. Between December 10th and 17th, 118 films from 48 countries were screened here. Actors, directors and producers from around the world convened for the 11th edition of the festival. The gleaming towers, sand dunes and ridiculously expensive cars made for the perfect backdrop for a movie feast. I'm standing here at the Madinat Arena Theatre. Just look at this place, how spectacular and plush it is. I watched a most violent year here yesterday. Just sheer bliss. The Dubai International Film Festival kicked off with the acclaimed Stephen Hawking biopic, The Theory of Everything. Here's a little bit more about that film and the other notable titles in Dubai. The Theory of Everything has Eddie Redmayne playing Stephen Hawking, the famed theoretical physicist who is afflicted by motor neuron disease. The film premiered at the Toronto Film Festival and is being talked about as an Oscar contender. Pundits say that Redmayne's performance is a shoo-in. Birdman. When the Best Picture Oscar nominees are announced in January, you can be sure that Birdman will be among them. Alejandro González Iñárritu's black comedy has drawn raves for its writing, performances and craft. The film has Michael Keaton playing an actor struggling to reinvent himself. A most violent year. Director J.C. Chandor, who so memorably put Robert Redford on a boat in All Is Lost, is back with an immigrant drama set in New York City in 1981, which was statistically one of the most violent years in the history of the city. Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain star in the film. Mommy. I want to know what Xavier Dolan's parents fed him when he was young. He's only 25, but already has made 5 films. Mommy, which won the jury prize at Cannes, is widely considered his best. The film is about a widowed mother who is overwhelmed by the difficulty of raising her son who suffers from attention deficit disorder. Foxcatcher. Director Bennett Miller creates a quietly gripping portrait of wealth, power, the insatiable hunger for success, and the inevitable corruption. The film, based on a horrifying true-life story, will also force you to rethink Steve Carell. He's unrecognizable as a creepy, twisted man who discovers that ultimately there are things in this world that money can't buy. The Imitation Game has been making waves since it won the People's Choice Award at the Toronto Film Festival. The film tells the story of English mathematician Alan Turing, who helped to crack the Enigma code during World War II. Benedict Cumberbatch plays Turing, who after becoming a national hero was convicted of the criminal offence of homosexuality. The Dubai International Film Festival has an enduring relationship with Bollywood. Bollywood is everywhere in Dubai. When I was driving here from the airport, I saw posters of Salman Khan, Kareena Kapoor. Not surprising, given that out of the 2.1 million people who live here, 30% are Indians. Bollywood films are widely popular here. This year, both Hum Shakals and Bang Bang were ranked #1 at the UAE box office. For years now, Dubai has been a desired destination for Bollywood producers. Shah Rukh Khan's Happy New Year was largely based in the famed Atlantis Hotel. Welcome Back, Anis Bazmi's sequel to his 2007 smash hit, has been shot almost entirely here. In fact, there was a major Welcome Back press conference at DIFF.
What do you think Welcome Back is hoping to achieve by being here at the festival?
It just makes sense for Welcome Back because we've shot the entire film here. There's an audience here, there's great traction here, and we hope to capitalize on the popularity of this brand called Welcome with a South Asian and an Asian diaspora in Dubai by showing it at the festival here. So the idea is awareness.
We come into this festival, the kind of exposure we're getting, the kind of the buzz which is it has, of course. And the first one is so hugely successful, not only theatrically but and on television also. So it's built a tremendous kind of a clientele, and people are very, very keen to watch the sequel. So it has a built-in audience, and now we have to just and
Put it out there.
Put it out there and increase the clientele.
This year, the festival's prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award was given to the legendary Asha Bhosle. Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan and the late Yash Chopra have also been conferred this honour.
बम्बई में अवार्ड बहुत मिलते हैं, इंडिया में मिलते हैं, अभी नासिक जा रही हूँ, अभी कहीं जा रही हूँ, अवार्ड मिलते हैं। मेरा पद्म विभूषण अवार्ड मुझे मिला है, क्या बोलते हैं, नेशनल अवार्ड मिले हैं, दादा साहब फाल्के अवार्ड मिला है। वो सब अवार्ड हमारे हैं, ये बाहर से अवार्ड है और वो भी दुबई से है। तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि बाहर आने के बाद लोग हमें पहचानते हैं।
You have shaped and been a very critical part of how music has evolved in our country. And who better to ask about how it has shaped up over the past 7 to 8 decades. What do you think we've gained and what do you think we've lost forever?
हमने लॉस्ट किए हैं शब्द, बोल, गाने के लिरिक्स हमने लॉस्ट गया हमारा। कोई उर्दू अभी राइटर जावेद अख्तर, समीर और क्या नाम है, गुलजार, ये अगर छोड़े तो हमारे यहाँ राइटर की बहुत कमी है, म्यूज़िक डायरेक्टर्स की कमी है, सिंगर्स तो आप सुनते ही हैं सब। तो कभी कोई होता है, कभी आज ये होता है, कल वो होता है, परसों वो होता है, नरसों वो होता है, कोई समझ ही नहीं आती किसने गाया क्या किया। तो पता नहीं है, ये ना वो बिल्कुल मॉडर्न है ना बिल्कुल इंडियन है, कुछ बीच में अटकते। जहाँ शुरू होता है पंजाबी भांगड़ा शुरू हो जाता है, पंजाबी से थोड़ा सा लिया जाता है, थोड़ा इंग्लिश रिकॉर्ड से कुछ लिया जाता है, पूरा गाना इंग्लिश लिया जाता है, पूरे के पूरे गाने लिए जाते हैं। और अभी बच्चे बड़े तैयार हो गए, हमको तो पता ही नहीं था कब कुछ, हम तो पुराने लोग हैं। मेरी नात, मेरी जो पोती है, वो बोलती है ये सेम गाना का, अभी मेरी बहू बोलती है अरे ये सेम गाना, इंग्लिश गाना जो आया है वो गाना है, ऐसे पता लगता है। तो अभी म्यूज़िक का अपनापन कुछ नहीं बन रहा है। अभी पंजाब से जो आ रहे गाने वाले वो सब पंजाबी, बीच में शुरू हो गया था मार्फत के गाने, जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, ऊंचा चिल्ला, हाँ, वो थोड़े गाने बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं। अल्लाहू अल्लाहू गाना अच्छा है, लेकिन सभी अगर रखा अल्लाहू अल्लाहू, सारे गाने ऊंचे गा रहे हैं, लड़कियां नीचे गा रही हैं, ऐसा नहीं होता है। लड़कियां ऊपर गाती थी, लड़के नीचे गाते थे पहले। अभी क्या हो गया है कि लड़कियां नीचे गा रही हैं, लड़के, मतलब कुछ शेप नहीं बन रहा है किसी का। कोई गाना अच्छा आता है, नहीं ऐसे नहीं। जैसे आएंगे जब मेरे साजना, अंगना फूल खिलेंगे, ऐसे गाने भी आ रहे हैं, कोई गाने बड़े अच्छे आ रहे हैं। लेकिन हम जो सोच रहे हैं, जो हमने सुना है, जो गाया है, गाने से भी ज़्यादा जो मैंने सुना है, लता मंगेशकर, रफ़ी, किशोर, मुकेश, इतने गाने सुने हैं, हेमंत दादा, ये नयन डरे डरे, कोई भूल नहीं सकता है। तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं आ रहा है कि जो ठाम बैठ जाए गाना कि ये गाना बस ये गाना है, इसका म्यूज़िक शुरू होते सबको पता है। अब मैं आपको एक म्यूज़िक बताती हूँ, डन 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 डन, आप क्या गाएंगी, ए मेरे, शुरू करेंगी आप, क्योंकि आपको म्यूज़िक से मालूम है। आज ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, कौन सा म्यूज़िक आ रहा है, कौन सा गाना आ रहा है, कुछ
एक आइडेंटिटी खो दिया।
आइडेंटिटी खो दी।
लेकिन कंटेम्प्रेरी म्यूजिक में आपको क्या पसंद है? व्हाट डू यू लाइक अबाउट इट?
व्हाट कंटेम्प्रेरी,
मतलब कंटेम्प्रेरी जो आज का अभी का जो म्यूजिक चल रहा है, अभी आपने इतना मुझे बताया, तो मैंने कहा कुछ जो उसमें समथिंग दैट यू लाइक।
रिदम है, सिर्फ रिदम बहुत अच्छा है, फिर आप नाच सकते हो बस।
But DIFF showcases more than Bollywood. The Indian films showing this year include Chaitanya Tamhane's acclaimed Court.
पुढची डेट घ्या.
And I strongly oppose the request for bail.
25 जानेवारी.
Vikas Mishra's Chauranga. And Danis Stanovic's Tigers starring Imran Hashmi. The festival closed with Rob Marshall's Into the Woods starring Meryl Streep and Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt was here to walk the red carpet on the same day that her Golden Globe nomination for the film was announced. Unexpectedly, it was chaotic. Here's what she had to say.
And when I shot it, I was actually pregnant with my daughter, and then watching it now as a parent, it was even more sort of moving, and it affects you on quite a deep level. I think it's for anyone who's ever had a kid and anyone who's ever had a parent, so it's sort of for everybody.
Without delay, but careful not to lose the way. Into the woods, who knows what may be lurking on the journey.
In 2001, 3 actors worked on a film that changed the course of their lives. Russell Crowe, Jennifer Connelly and Paul Bettany starred in A Beautiful Mind. For Russell Crowe, it was a career-altering role, and for Paul and Jennifer, the film was life-altering. They fell in love on the sets and soon got married. 13 years later, destiny has Paul and Russell making their directorial debut in the same year with Shelter and The Water Diviner, respectively. Both films premiered in Dubai. Smriti Kiran caught up with Paul. She also spoke to Olga Kurylenko, who plays a Turkish widow in The Water Diviner.
When you started, your process as a director, what did you think your years as an actor contributed to that?
Well, I sort of wanted to give, actors their jobs back, because I feel often that scripts are now developed to the point where there's very little left for an actor to do except fill in. It's sort of painting by numbers, really. And I understand that as a producer, that you want to make sure the story works, even if the actor doesn't show up. But the sort of movies that I grew up loving, mainly from American 70s movies, they 5 Easy Pieces doesn't work unless Jack Nicholson shows up, and actors are many things. They can be vain and irritating and self-serving, but that all of them, the really good ones, are extraordinary storytellers. And so I really wanted to put the responsibility give actors the responsibility of storytelling.
Since it's your first outing as a director, what's the one big learning that you've come away with?
Well, if you have very little money, but you have an abundance of talent in your cast, people are going to think that you know what you're doing, and that's the truth. And also, it taught me a lot as an actor as well. And what it taught me is that I will never ever ask a director a difficult question at dusk ever again. You absolutely know when a director's lying to me again, and when a director's making their job seem more difficult than it is. But I absolutely that there will be times when I really leave the director alone and stop asking quite so many questions when the sun's going down.
Tell me something. You and Jennifer both were working. It was intense. It was your movie as a director. She was acting. How did you maintain the work-life balance at that point of time?
It was really hard. I think it was the hardest it's ever been, because you're entirely obsessed. I was wanting to just do 5-day weeks, but we ended up shooting 6-day weeks, and it didn't really matter because I was working 7 days anyway. Luckily for my children, it was a very short. It was just over 20 days of shooting, so it was a very short process, but for them to get through. But it did feel like something my kids had to get through. It's a huge amount of obsession.
So he's alive?
I don't know.
But you hope?
Hope's a necessity where I come from.
I measure a man by how much he loves his children, not by what the world has done to them.
Olga, your film Water Diviner, you play a Turkish widow, and there's this little boy. You're his mother, and you were brought up by a single parent. Did you, for this movie, you brought such a tenderness to the role, somewhere reference your childhood?
Yes, I guess definitely, maybe unconsciously, it's somehow influenced the way, the way how I knew the situation is in the house, and how, a single mother cares for her only child. So I definitely do know that, and yeah, and he, the actor Dylan, who played my son. He was just adorable and such a lovely and committed, actor. He was, listening to Russell all the time, trying to do his best. He was a lovely boy.
This is Russell's first film as a director. What do you think is his greatest strength as a director?
I think the greatest strength is knowing how to work with actors, really directing actors, because that's not every director knows that. Some directors are more visual, or they know how to construct a frame, but they can't talk to actors. Russell, definitely being an actor himself, he knows the language to an actor, and it's wonderful to feel that, because he just says the right thing, and he knows how to provide the atmosphere, the right atmosphere for the actor to exist on set.
Olga, you started working at a very early age, and youth and fame don't really go together really well. How did you keep yourself centered and focused?
I think it's, definitely thanks to my education, that it didn't blow my head off. And I was never like this, actually. I'm not very impressionable, actually, to be honest. And the thing is, it's not the age thing. It's not because I'm now the age I am. When I was 15, I was just the same. Do you know what I mean? I always kept.
I get that.
You can
because of the fact
tell me whatever you want. I don't buy into it.
Do you think that the hard years when you were growing up, the kind of struggle that you've seen, that contributed to a certain kind of balance in everything that you view?
Yes, probably, of course, because little by little I was growing up and constructing myself as a person, and trying actually to trying to focus on the things that are important. I was never attracted by the sparkles and the bling, actually. I really, for a very long time, and still now, my friends were very grounded and simple people, but I think it's, I'm really grateful to my surrounding, because they keep me grounded. Yeah.
That wraps up our Dubai special. I've had a great time, as you can see. Did you like it? Send me your feedback, comment, say what you liked, say what you didn't like, and most importantly, subscribe to Film Companion.
Hi, this is Ranveer Singh. Subscribe to the Film Companion and get your film fix.